My child, my beloved, stop what you're doing right now. The sign you've been waiting for has just appeared in the sky, shining brightly just for you. The moment you hear my voice, know that I am with you. It's no accident that you are here today. I led you to this moment. Right now, my angels are entering your home, breaking all the chains that have held you down. I can feel your heart beating strongly, and I want you to understand that the tremor inside you is not fear, but the power I've sent to fill you, confirming that this message is meant just for you. I saw all your quiet tears, the ones you thought no one noticed, your sleepless nights when you cried out to me and felt unheard. I counted every sigh, every moment of doubt, and when the darkness seemed to win over the light. But know this, every prayer, every whisper you sent to me has now returned to you as a powerful answer. I am walking through your home right now, touching the walls, purifying the air, and restoring what the enemy tried to break. The atmosphere around you is changing because my voice has declared a new beginning in your life. This is no random event. Every word you are hearing was written by my hand long before you were born. This meeting, this moment, was planned for you from eternity. I knew you would be here today, receiving the word that will change your life forever. If you feel warmth in your chest, don't fear it. It is the fire of my spirit confirming that the miracle has begun. If you feel something shifting inside you, that's because the pieces of your life are being moved into place by divine hands. Every part of your being is responding to my presence right now. I saw you wake up every day, despite the exhaustion, and now you will see your life change. I saw how you kept going, even when it felt like you had no strength left. I witnessed every tear you shed in silence, every sleepless night when you called out to me. I saw your loyalty when others turned away, your determination when everyone said it couldn't be done, your faith when everything around you screamed that it was over. None of this went unnoticed. Every prayer you made was remembered, every tear was counted, and every sigh reached my heart. And today is the day I respond to you. Today is the day my glory will show in your life in ways you never imagined. The miracle I'm giving you is more than a simple blessing, it is a full restoration. Where there was sickness, health will come. Where there was lack, abundance will arrive. Where there was loneliness, you will find companionship. Where there was sorrow, joy will overflow. Where there was confusion, clarity will take its place. It's as if I took your life in my hands and rebuilt it from the ground up, but this time with divine materials, with the strength of my eternal word, and the beauty of my perfect love. And now, take a moment to look at the comments and write Amen, because by doing so, you are publicly declaring your belief in my power. Everything the enemy tried to destroy, I will restore. Everything that time seemed to take away, I will return. Everything you thought was lost for good, I will find and bring back to you. And not just as it was before, but better, multiplied, and blessed. But there's something you must understand. This miracle requires you to receive it with faith. It's not enough to just be here. You must reach out with your spiritual hand and take it. Every tear you shed was collected in my heavenly cup. Nothing you went through was wasted. Nothing was without purpose. Today, those tears will turn into the seeds of your future abundance. What the enemy tried to use to destroy you, I am now turning into the raw material for your miracle. Every moment of pain you endured, every rejection you faced, every door that was slammed in your face, each of those experiences is being transformed into divine energy for the new beginning that starts today. I waste nothing. Everything you've gone through has had an eternal purpose, and now that purpose is unfolding right before your eyes. This message you're hearing is not just for you. It's coming through you. I have chosen you to be a vessel of blessing. Think of someone right now, someone you know who is struggling, someone who has lost hope, someone who needs to hear these words just like you did. It could be a family member, a friend, or anyone going through a tough time. You have that person in mind. I know you do, because I've placed their face in your heart at this very moment. When you share my word, two miracles happen at once. First, you bless the person who receives it, becoming a messenger angel sent by God. Second, your own blessing grows because the Bible says, "Give, and it will be given to you." A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Sharing my word isn't just a suggestion. It's part of your miracle. It's like planting a seed. You can't expect a harvest if you haven't planted the seed first. This is an unbreakable spiritual law. When you give, you receive even more. When you bless, you are blessed. When you share, your blessings grow bigger and faster. It's not magic. It's the law of the kingdom that works just like gravity. If you let go, it falls. If you plant, it grows. When you share my word, your blessings multiply. It's that simple, and it's that powerful. Share this message with that person who is in your heart right now, because by doing so, your blessings will grow even more. Think about the miracle of the multiplication of the loaves and fish. I took 5 loaves and 2 fish, and when I shared them, they didn't decrease but multiplied. The more that was shared, the more there was. This is the math of the heavenly kingdom, which works differently from earthly math. On earth, when you divide something, it becomes less. But in heaven, when you divide something, it increases. When you share my word, you're not dividing your blessing, you're multiplying it. Your act of sharing activates the second wave of your miracle. The first wave began the moment you heard my voice, and now the second wave starts when you become a messenger of my word to others. It's like lighting one candle with another. The first candle doesn't lose its light, but now there are 2 lights instead of 1. And as these 2 lights spread, the light multiplies. You are not just receiving blessings, you are multiplying them. Now, share this message with your family on your messaging app. Post it on your social media status. Send it to a friend who is struggling, and as you do, remind yourself in your heart that by sharing my word, your blessing multiplies. Your obedience in sharing is like planting a seed in fertile soil, and the harvest will be more abundant than you can imagine. Don't keep to yourself what was meant to be shared. Be generous with my word, and I will be generous with my blessings in your life. And before I reveal all that I have prepared for you, I need you to understand something important. This channel is not just a video channel. It is a digital altar where my presence is always present. Every video I share here is a prophetic word that will change lives, break chains, and open doors that seemed impossible to open. I ask you for 2 important actions that will seal this divine moment we are sharing. First, I need you to like this video, but not just as a simple click. I want it to be a declaration to heaven that you agree with what I have spoken over your life. This like is your way of saying, "Yes, Lord. I receive your word, I believe in your power, and I accept your miracle." It's a spiritual agreement. By clicking this button, you are making a covenant with heaven, agreeing with the decree I've made for your life. The Bible says that when 2 agree on anything they ask for, it will be granted by my Heavenly Father. Your like is your way of agreeing with me, and I honor those who stand in agreement. Second, I need you to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. Why? Because what begins today does not end here, it continues tomorrow, next week, next month, and even next year. My blessings for you are eternal, not temporary, and I want to keep speaking to you, guiding you, and revealing each step on your journey. If you don't subscribe, this divine connection is lost. But if you do, you're building a permanent bridge between heaven and your heart. I have words prepared for your future, messages that you will need in the days ahead, and revelations that will continue to guide you. By subscribing, you ensure that every message your soul needs will reach you exactly when you need it. Don't leave this encounter to chance. Don't let the algorithm decide if you get the next word I have prepared for you. Take control, subscribe, because your ongoing transformation depends on staying connected to my voice. Like this video and subscribe now, because every act of faith you make is writing a new chapter in the book of your destiny. Think of it this way. This video you are watching right now is like a doctor's visit. The doctor examines you, gives you a diagnosis, and provides treatment. But you don't just visit the doctor once and never again. You go back for checkups, to see how you're doing, and to ensure you're on the right path. Similarly, your spiritual health needs regular attention. It needs ongoing care, and it needs fresh guidance every day to keep you strong. Subscribing is not just a favor to me, it's a gift to you. It guarantees that you'll never run out of the spiritual nourishment you need. It gives you the confidence that whenever your faith feels weak, when your hope is shaken, or when doubt tries to creep in, a notification will come to you with exactly the message you need at that moment. This isn't a coincidence, it's divine providence, with God using technology to keep His children connected to Him. Every video you watch is a piece of your full destiny coming together. If you watch just this one video and never return, you'll have a part of the puzzle, but not the whole picture. But if you subscribe and turn on the notifications, I will ensure that every message reaches you at the right time. It's no coincidence that video platforms have a subscription feature. I use it as a tool to keep my children in touch with the words they need to hear. So, subscribe now, activate the bell, because what I've revealed to you today is just the first step in the complete transformation I have planned for you. This miracle I offer is not just a single blessing, but a total restoration of every area of your life. It's like I've taken every broken part of your life and transformed it into something new, something beautiful, something far greater than what you had before everything fell apart. My power doesn't just fix what was broken, it changes it into something better than it ever was. Where there was once illness, divine healing is now flowing in. I'm not talking about temporary relief or treatments that just cover up the symptoms. I'm talking about true healing, deep restoration, and a complete renewal of your body. The pain that has lingered for years, the illness that doctors couldn't explain, the diagnosis that felt like a final judgment, all of that is being reversed right now. My hand is on your body, touching every part, every organ, every cell, every system, bringing life where there was death, health where there was sickness, and where there was lack. A supernatural abundance is now being released. I'm not just talking about surviving or scraping by until the end of the month. I'm talking about a life of overflowing provision, about opportunities opening up, and about resources coming from unexpected places. Those debts that are weighing you down, the lack that has embarrassed you, the need that has stolen your peace, All of that is being replaced with abundance. I am breaking the chains of debt, opening doors in the financial world, connecting you with the right people, and creating opportunities that will completely change your financial life. Where there was loneliness, the right companionship is arriving. Not just any companionship, but relationships that will support and build you, not tear you down. If you feel alone, abandoned, or have lost important people, I am preparing new connections. I'm bringing people into your life who will truly value you, love you, and stand with you through the challenges ahead. No one who enters your life will let you down, because they will be people I have chosen for you. Where there was once deep sadness, true joy will arise. Not the kind of joy that fades with circumstances, but the deep, lasting joy that comes from within, the kind that stays even when storms come. That depression that weighed you down, that pain that held you back, that emptiness that nothing could fill, all of this is being replaced with a supernatural joy. I am healing those hidden emotional wounds. I am restoring your ability to truly smile. I am returning the light to your eyes. Where there was once confusion, complete clarity is now coming. You will know exactly where to go. Those decisions that left you stuck, those doubts that held you back, the sense of being lost and without direction, all of that is being replaced with divine clarity. I will show you your next step. I will open your understanding and give you wisdom for every challenge. You will no longer wander aimlessly. You will walk with the confidence of someone led by my hand. It's as if I've taken your life and rebuilt it from the ground up, but this time not with temporary, earthly materials that break down, but with heavenly materials, unbreakable, eternal, and glorious. With the strength of my word that will never fail and the beauty of my perfect love that will always stay with you. Everything the enemy tried to ruin, I will restore and multiply. Everything time seemed to take from you, I will return, but better than it was before. Everything you thought was gone forever, I will find and bring back to you, not as it was, but transformed into something far greater. And now, I want you to activate something powerful. Look at this number 777. In the scriptures, the number 7 symbolizes divine perfection and celestial completeness. When God created the world, He rested on the seventh day because everything He made was perfect, finished, and whole. 7 represents divine completion. And when this number is multiplied by 4, when you see 777, it symbolizes the 4 aspects of your full restoration. The first 7 represents your spiritual side. Your spirit is strengthened, your connection with me is renewed, and your ability to sense heavenly things grows stronger. The second 7 represents your physical well-being. Your body is healed, your health is restored, and your energy is revived. The third 7 represents your emotional state. Your soul heals, your wounds are closed, and your inner peace is established. The fourth 7 represents your material world. Your finances multiply, doors of provision open, and your abundance begins to flow. By declaring 777, you activate the 4 dimensions of your miracle. This is not about numerology or superstition. It's a prophetic code recognized by heaven. It's a spiritual language that moves the unseen world. Just as there are codes and passwords in the physical world that unlock doors and provide access, there are spiritual codes that open heavenly realms and pour blessings into your life. Thousands have already done this, and their testimonies are amazing. Some wrote 777, and in just 7 days, they received the answer they had waited for years. Others wrote 777, and their health radically improved within days. Many wrote 777, and supernatural financial opportunities opened up for them. These are not just coincidences. They are the clear signs that when you act with faith, declaring what I have already established, heaven responds with power. And now, go to the comments and write 777, because when you do, you are activating the 4 dimensions of your full restoration. This prophetic code is not meant for everyone. It's only for those who have the faith to believe that a simple declaration can move mountains. It's for those who understand that the spiritual world is more real than the physical one. It's for those who know their words hold creative power. The Bible tells us that death and life are in the power of the tongue. And when you write something, you give those words even greater power because they are recorded, established, and sealed. When you write 777 in the comments, several things happen in the spiritual world. First, heaven acknowledges your declaration of faith. Second, angels are dispatched to work in the 4 areas of your life. Third, the doors that have been closed start to move, creak, and open. Fourth, the enemy blocking your blessings is forced to retreat as your faith is publicly shown. Your public declaration has a power that private prayer doesn't. When you pray alone, it is powerful, but when you declare your faith publicly, when you write it for all to see that you believe, you multiply the power of your declaration. That's why Jesus said, "Whoever confesses me before men, I will also confess before my Father who is in heaven." Your public confession, your written declaration of faith moves heaven in a special way. The number 777 is not magic. It is prophetic. It's not a charm. It is a declaration. It's not superstition. It's faith made visible. And when thousands write the same code at the same time, something powerful happens in the spiritual atmosphere. It's as if all your declarations come together in one powerful voice that rises to heaven and demands an answer. And I respond. I always respond to faith. I always honor those who believe without seeing, those who declare without having it yet in their hands, and those who activate the miracle before it appears in the physical world. This is your moment to activate all 4 dimensions. This is your moment to declare your full restoration. This is your moment to write the prophetic code that heaven is waiting for. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Don't miss the chance to seal your multidimensional restoration with a bold declaration of faith. The miracle you've just activated carries exponential power. What does this mean? It means that when you share with others, your blessing doesn't shrink, it multiplies. This is the math of the heavenly kingdom, which is completely different from earthly math. On earth, when you divide something among many, each person gets less. But in the kingdom, when you divide something, everyone gets more, and that includes you. Think about the miracle of the loaves and fish. I took 5 loaves and 2 fish, and when I shared them, they didn't decrease, they multiplied. The more that was given, the more there was. In the end, not only did everyone eat until they were full, but there were 12 baskets left over. It started with almost nothing, but ended with overflowing abundance. And the secret was in the sharing. If those loaves had been kept to themselves, there would have only been 5, but by sharing them, thousands were fed. This same spiritual law applies to the miracle you are receiving. If you keep it to yourself, it will remain in the dimensions you activated. But when you share it, when you spread this word to others, your miracle will multiply in the same way. It is a law of the kingdom that cannot be changed, even if I wanted to, because it hath been set since the beginning of the world. Whoever gives receives. Whoever sows reaps. Whoever shares multiplies. So I ask you now, do you know someone who needs their health restored? Someone struggling with money, someone who has lost their joy in life, or someone who is lost and doesn't know which direction to take? You already have that person in mind. I know you do, because as I speak, I am placing specific faces in your heart. People you care about, people who are hurting, people who need this message just as much as you did when you first heard it. Share this message with them now, because when you do, your own blessing doubles, and you become a messenger of my word. Don't just share the link, add a message with it. Say something like, God led me to send this to you. Believe it's for you. Watch it fully. It will change your life. By doing this, you are combining your faith with the message. You are transferring anointing. You are carrying blessings from one person to another, and I reward my messengers with double blessings. When you share my word with someone, you don't just bless them, but you open a new dimension of blessing in your own life. It's as if every person you share with is a new door opening in heaven. Share with 3 people, 3 doors open. Share with 10 people, 10 doors open. The math is simple and powerful. Your act of sharing activates the second wave of your miracle. The first wave began when you heard this message and activated the 4 dimensions with the prophetic code. The second wave starts when you become a distributor of my word, passing it on to others. The second wave is even more powerful than the first, because not only do you receive, but you also give. And when you give and receive at the same time, you create an endless cycle of blessings that keeps growing. Think of a spring. If the water just flows without anything to carry it, it overflows and is wasted. But if it keeps flowing, it remains fresh, renewed, and abundant. You need to be like this spring. Receive from me and pass it on to others. When you do, it will never run dry, it will never run out, and it will always stay in a constant flow of blessings. Don't hold on to what you've received. Don't keep for yourself what was meant to be shared. Remember, this miracle wasn't just for you. It came through you to reach many others. You are a link in a chain of blessings. If you don't share it, the chain is broken. But when you share, the chain continues, it strengthens, and it reaches wherever I need it to go through you. Be generous with my word, and I will be generous with my blessing in your life. I know your heart is shaking right now because my words are touching the deep wounds you thought no one knew about. But I know them all. I know the pain you hide behind your smile. I know the sadness that comes to you in the quiet of the early morning hours when no one else is around. I know the emptiness you try to fill with so many things, but nothing seems to be enough. I know every invisible scar on your soul, every memory that makes you tremble, every fear that holds you back. And I want you to know that this channel exists to constantly remind you that you are never alone in your darkest moments, when it feels like the whole world has turned away from you, when you feel like you don't have the strength to carry on, and when loneliness grips you so tightly it hurts. In those moments, here I am. I have always been with you, and I always will be. This channel is one of the ways I use to reach you, to speak to you, and to remind you that I am always present in your life. Every video I upload is not random. These are specific words for the exact moments you will face. There are messages prepared for the difficult days ahead. There are words ready for that important decision you will soon have to make. There are revelations stored for when you need direction the most. Everything is timed perfectly. Everything is divinely planned. Everything is prepared with eternal love. So I need you to do two things now. First, like this video. Dislike is your response. It's your way of saying, "Thank you, Lord, for not forgetting me. Thank you for knowing me so deeply. Thank you for caring about my unseen pain." This simple act of gratitude opens more doors of blessing in your life, because I delight in blessing those with thankful hearts. Gratitude is like a master key that opens the heavenly treasures that remain locked for those who are ungrateful. Second, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. Don't do it for me, do it for you. In those times when you need to be reminded that you are not alone, you will get a notification on your phone with the exact words your soul needs to hear. This is not just a coincidence. It's divine providence. It's my loving care ensuring you are never without the strength you need, that you will always have the right words, and that you will never be lost. Like and subscribe now, because your faith deserves constant nourishment, and this channel is the permanent bridge between heaven and your heart. Think about how many times you felt lost, unsure of where to go. How many times have you looked up at the sky and asked, "Why? Where? How long will this last?" How many times did you feel like giving up because it seemed like I wasn't listening, like I didn't care, like I had abandoned you? But I never left you, not for a single moment. What you thought was absence was actually my quiet presence, working behind the scenes in your life, arranging things you couldn't see, moving parts you couldn't understand, preparing blessings that were beyond your imagination. And now, through this channel, I'm giving you a glimpse of what I do behind the scenes. Every video is a window into the spiritual world. I'm showing you how I work, how I care, how I provide. I'm teaching you to recognize my hand in your circumstances. I'm training you to hear my voice even in the midst of the world's noise. Take a deep breath. I am the Lord who leads your steps and has brought you to this moment. It was not by chance, not by a random click, nor by the algorithm that decided to show you this. It was I who guided you here, because I knew your heart was ready to receive what I am about to reveal to you. Before you even thought about watching this video, I had already written in my eternal book that this moment would be your encounter with me. Do not overlook what you are experiencing, because every detail was planned by my hand so that your soul could hear this message right now. I tell you with love and authority, you did not arrive here by accident. You were chosen. This message is not just a suggestion, it is a decree. It is not something extra in your day. It is a call from heaven to remind you that you are seen, heard, and remembered. How many times have you thought no one saw your quiet tears, but I saw them all? How many times have you questioned if I truly heard your prayers, but every word you spoke was like incense rising before me? Today I come to assure you that nothing was wasted. There is a blessing prepared with your name on it, sealed by the authority of my throne. This blessing is not just a symbol or empty words. It is a real, spiritual promise, more certain than anything you can touch. Inside it are resources you haven't seen yet, connections that will open doors for you, opportunities you never expected, ideas that will change your path, provision to sustain you, peace to guard your heart, and miracles to change your life. All of this is already secured, waiting for the perfect moment to unfold, and that moment starts now. Listen closely. This is not just a message of hope. It is an official declaration from heaven. The blessing has already been activated. It's not for some far-off future or for someone else. It is for you, right here and right now. But to receive it, you must open your heart and stay connected, because every word I speak is a key that unlocks this treasure I have set aside for you. If you disconnect, you will miss the flow of what has already been set in motion, but if you stay focused, you will feel the living current confirming that this word is for you. You've been sensing that something was about to change, but it didn't make sense, did it? Now you understand. It was my Spirit preparing your heart for this moment. This blessing does not depend on your own effort or logic. It depends on my faithfulness and love. It is not because of your achievements, but because of the grace I have already extended to you. It is not based on your own merits, but on what I have already determined in your favor. And I will add this: every sacrifice you made, every quiet act of obedience that went unnoticed, every step of faith taken in silence, all of it has been seen by me. Nothing escaped my notice. I recorded every detail and placed it in the storehouse that carries your name. Now the time has come to open the seal and release upon you what has been carefully kept. Do not let doubt steal what I have already given you. Do not allow spiritual exhaustion to build walls against what I have prepared. Do not make room for the voice of disbelief, as it will try to convince you that nothing will change. But I tell you, what has been held back is already starting to move. What once seemed far away is now coming closer. What you thought was impossible is already beginning to appear. Beloved child, listen to my voice. This is not a general call. It is personal. I call you by name, by your unique story. I have seen you in secret, and now I speak to you openly. You are the one I have chosen to receive what I've prepared. You are the one I've sent this promise to. You are the heir to the unbreakable promise. Now, I invite you to respond with faith. Write a declaration of faith in the comments, for it will seal what I have already released into your life. By doing this, you are not just typing words on a screen, but you are making a spiritual agreement with heaven. This action is prophetic. This act holds the key. This act is your signature, confirming what has already been decreed. Stay here, open your heart, and receive. The blessing is ready, already signed, and sealed with your name. Today marks the beginning of the fulfillment of what you dreamed of, what you cried out for, and what you silently asked for. I am your Father, I am your God, and I speak to you with eternal truth. You have been called to receive what has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. Hear my voice. The blessing I have prepared for you, with your name on it, is not in progress. It is not waiting for approval, and it does not depend on the judgment of men or situations. It has already been signed, activated, and decreed in heaven. While you believed nothing was happening, I had already given the command. While you wondered if you could endure, I had already sealed your victory. While you thought you had been forgotten, my eternal seal was already upon your inheritance. Do not be fooled into thinking this is a promise for the future. I am not telling you about something that will come later. I declare to you what already exists, what has already been released, what is already making its way to you. Your mind may struggle to understand, but your spirit already knows that this word is true. It is not a fantasy, nor a temporary boost of motivation. It is a spiritual truth. Just as the stars shine even though you can't see them in the daylight, so too the blessing is already shining for you, even though your natural eyes can't see it yet. I am the God who fulfills my words. My promises are not guesses. When I say something is ready, it is because I have already commanded heaven and earth to move to bring it to pass. You don't need to fight for what I've already prepared. You simply need to believe and keep your heart open. It is through this faith that the unseen becomes real and the hidden is revealed. Today I am here to tell you, open your heart. You not build walls. Do not let doubt close the channel through which I am bringing your inheritance to you. By listening, it is already happening. By receiving every word, the environment around you is changing. I am moving people into position. I am realigning opportunities. I am touching hearts. And I am opening doors. This is the fulfillment of what I prepared for you long before you were even born. Everything I've stored for you has a greater purpose. It's not just about material things. In the storehouse, there is peace that goes beyond understanding. There is wisdom for hard choices. There is rest for your weary heart. There is vision for your future. There are connections that will change your life. There is favor with those who once rejected you. I have gathered everything you need and stored it until your heart was ready to receive it. And today, I declare, it is ready, it hath been released, and it is on its way. Do not disconnect now. The enemy will try to distract you to stop you from fully receiving what I am giving. But if you endure to the end, you will see your faith grow, your mind renewed, and your spirit filled with confidence. This is not just a casual moment. It is a call that has been written in my eternal records. You have felt a weight within you, an unexplainable certainty. It is my spirit confirming that this message is for you. Do not ignore what you are feeling right now. It is proof that what I've promised is not just planned, but already being fulfilled. You are the one to receive it, the heir, the one I've chosen for this. That is why I tell you strongly, do not live as if you are still waiting, live as if you have already received. Do not speak as if you are begging. Speak as if you are managing what is yours. No longer walk as if you are alone, but as a beloved child. I am the Father who never fails. I am the God who is never late. I am the source that never runs dry. The deposit is not a far off promise. It is a present reality. And because I know there are many who are waiting for this same word, who are seeking confirmation, who are crying in silence just as you have cried, I ask you to be an instrument now. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it, because it is also the key to their life. By sharing it, you are not only dividing but multiplying the seed. When you share this revelation with another heart, you seal your own inheritance even more. I have already revealed it to you. I have already signed it, and I have already moved the heavens for you. Now, all that remains is for you to believe and hold on until the end, because with every moment, this truth grows within you. You are a part of something eternal. You are a living testimony that my words do not return empty. Today, you start living not as one who waits, but as one who has already received the promise that bears your name. Beloved son, precious daughter, I want you to clearly understand that the deposit I have prepared with your name is ready, already signed, and placed before my throne. But there is a spiritual key that opens this deposit for you. These are not earthly papers, nor the strength of your own hands, nor human titles. The only valid signature that allows you to receive what I have already released is your faith. Faith is the key. Faith is the code. Faith is the seal that unlocks the blessings already meant for you in the spiritual realm. Do not mistake faith for just positive thinking. Faith is not simply saying that you believe. Faith is living as one who has already received. Faith is declaring with your words and confirming with your actions that you trust in what I have promised. Faith is living as though the answer has already been given. You might not see it with your natural eyes yet, but if your spirit is awake, you already know that this word is true. This is what faith is: believing before you see, celebrating before you hold it in your hands, giving thanks before it's in your possession. When I tell you that your faith is the signature, I am saying that no barrier can stand against a heart that fully trusts in me. How many times have you felt too small to receive something so great? But I tell you, faith is not measured by human size. Faith measures divine trust. If you trust in me, you already have the valid signature. You don't need more proof. You don't need another confirmation. Heaven has already decreed it, and your faith is the seal that opens the door. Every prayer you've made, even those without words, has risen as incense before me. Every tear you've shed hath been recorded in my book, forming rivers of promise. Every act of obedience you've made is an eternal seed, and now, through your faith, all of this becomes the harvest. This is the moment when the unseen becomes real, when the hidden is revealed. But you must sign with your faith, declare with certainty, and walk as one who inherits. I did not call you to live as a spiritual beggar, hoping for just a little. I called you as a legitimate heir, because you are my child, my son, my daughter. The inheritance is not a result of your effort, but of my eternal love for you. And the only way to claim it is through faith. When you believe, even when everything around you says the opposite, you are declaring that my word is greater than your situation. This declaration opens doors no one can shut. Many think faith is just about waiting, but true faith is about action. When you declare victory in silence, you are signing. When you thank me for what you haven't yet seen, you are signing. When you walk with confidence, even if you can't see the whole path ahead, you are signing. Every step of trust you take is like a line in the signature that unlocks the deposit. And I tell you, it has already been released. Just confirm it with your faith and you will see the results. Do not fear the small signs, because they are proof that the deposit has begun to take shape. An unexpected message, an unexpected opportunity, an unexplainable peace, these are all signs that your faith has opened the door. Celebrate each one of these moments, because they are keys sent from heaven, confirming that the deposit is already becoming a reality in your life. So, son, daughter, do not remain still as if you are uncertain, but rise up as one who has already received. Faith is not simply saying you trust, it is acting with confidence. Today, I invite you to take this step of faith, because every action you take in the physical world releases a wave in the spiritual realm. Show your faith now, like and subscribe, because this message needs to reach more lives. When you do this, it's not just a simple gesture, but a public declaration that you believe in my word and want others to experience the same blessing. I am the God who honors the faith of my children. I will not dishonor those who trust in me. If you rise today and believe, if you sign with faith, you will see the door open. Do not hesitate, do not wait, do not let doubts hold you back. This is your time to sign. This is your moment to confirm. Faith is your signature, and I am ready to give you everything I've prepared for you from the beginning of time. Listen closely to my voice now. For many long days, you felt the weight of silence, the feeling of being stuck, the doors that shut without opening, and the plans that seemed to go nowhere. I saw your tiredness. I saw your weary face in the early mornings. I saw the waiting that seemed endless. It wasn't because I forgot you or didn't care. There were seasons of preparation shaping you, challenges that built your character, silence that tested your patience, and all of this is part of a bigger plan that you may not fully understand yet. I speak to you with authority. The force that has held you back begins to break right now. I am not speaking in vague promises, but in real, concrete action. I have already decided that the chains holding you will snap. What has been stuck is beginning to move. What seemed to have stopped is starting to live again. You will not feel this breakthrough like a sudden thunderstorm, but as a gentle shift that arranges everything around you so the path ahead opens in an organized and secure way. There is a reordering happening in the heavens for your future. I am moving things into place, aligning people, and planting ideas in the hearts of those who will cross your path at the right time. My angels are working with precision, guided by a plan that goes beyond any human strategy. Some will go before you to open doors. Others will touch hearts and soften them. And others will bring the resources and opportunities needed to unlock doors that once seemed closed. Do not mistake this for coincidence. It is a divine operation, heavenly logistics unfolding step by step. You are meant to recognize the signs you once overlooked. An unexpected message, a returning contact, an unexpected offer, or a sudden idea that solves a problem you couldn't fix before. These are all signs that the force holding you back is breaking in your favor. Do not ignore these signs. Learn to see them with the eyes of your spirit, because they are markers showing that the momentum is shifting for you. Pay close attention to the small details in your everyday life, because there, you will find my hand at work. Do not let fear convince you that what little appears now is not enough. What shows up today might be a humble beginning, but it will grow. Do not judge based on appearances, because greatness often starts in simple forms. What looks small today will become the foundation for lasting change. So keep your faith strong and your heart filled with gratitude, because each small door that opens will lead to bigger opportunities just beyond it. In this season of change, we are invited to actively participate. It's not about sitting back and waiting as though we have no part to play. Part of your calling is to take action with intentional steps. When you see an opportunity, step forward with courage and wisdom. When you feel a deep conviction, move ahead with confidence. Inertia is broken by a movement that aligns with my voice, by actions that support what I have already declared. Faith, paired with action, is the key that speeds up the process of manifestation. But I also caution you against rushing or letting anxiety push you into shortcuts. Anyone who rushes time loses the blessings I have prepared with care. Trust in the perfect timing I set. Some processes need their own pace to ensure what comes later is solid. If you try to force open a door that should remain closed for now, you risk missing out on what has been carefully prepared for you. Learn to wait with purpose. Move when the true opportunity arrives and hold back when the time is still for preparation. During this breakthrough, many voices will try to confuse you. Some will tell you nothing has changed. Doubts will attempt to sway you. Do not listen to these voices. Focus on my voice and not the noise around you. Stay grounded within yourself. Keep your peace and let hope stay alive in you. The certainty I give you is unshakable. What was once stagnant is now beginning to move. Keep an eye out for the signs. Remember the promises I made, and respond with active faith. As you hear these words, begin to notice how the world around you starts to shift. Changes are happening behind the scenes in your everyday life. People will be placed along your path as instruments of promotion and opportunity. Ideas that once seemed scattered will begin to fit together, like pieces of a map guiding your way. Doors that once seemed impossible to open will now swing wide for you to walk through. This is a clear sign that the inertia has been broken, and the fullness of your purpose is drawing near. Stand tall with confidence. Do not hesitate because you cannot see everything clearly. Keep moving forward with firm steps, your focus set on the purpose I have placed in your heart. Every decision made with faith will guide the movement I have already set in motion. Inertia will no longer control those who choose to walk according to the revelation they have received. You are no longer bound by the past. You are a traveler on the path to the future I've prepared for you. Move forward in peace, for the breakthrough I have caused is not temporary. It is the beginning of a journey of restoration and victory. Keep your expectations high for what's ahead, and when you see the first signs of movement, respond with gratitude, generosity, and wisdom. What seems small today will grow into a powerful testimony of my faithfulness. Stay watchful, because in the coming moments of your life, I will reveal keys that will help you manage what is coming. Beloved child, now that I have begun to move what was once stagnant, I want you to take a visible step of faith. Faith is not just a feeling in your heart. It is shown through words and actions that fill the spiritual realm with what has already been declared in heaven. Every prayer you whispered in silence, every tear you shed without anyone seeing, every sacrifice you made in pain has already been recorded before me. Nothing has been wasted. Everything is marked as part of your story. But today, I am inviting you to take a public, prophetic step to align your spirit with what I have already released. I am the God who sees what is hidden, but I also honor those who declare it openly. When your heart and words unite, heaven will respond. When you speak with conviction, the atmosphere around you will change. So, at this moment, I ask for a simple gesture from you, but one filled with great power. It is not about repeating words out of habit, but about creating a spiritual seal that confirms your agreement with the blessing that has already been released. The number I place before you is 777. It is not by chance. It symbolizes fullness, perfection, and the fulfillment of my purpose. Each 7 is a reflection of my completed work, and when you declare 777, you are saying in faith, I believe in the complete fulfillment of what God has set in motion. Do not dismiss it as something small. It is a prophetic action, a written decree recorded in the spiritual realm. The enemy cannot resist when my children stand together to declare what I have already released. Understand this. When you write 777, you are not just typing on a screen. You are signing with your spirit. It is like turning an invisible key and opening the door to the heavenly treasure. A simple act for men, but profound in heaven. This action shows that you are unashamed to believe, that you are bold enough to declare, and that you no longer live in hiding like an orphan, but rise up as an heir. How many times have you thought your steps of faith were too small to be noticed by my throne? I tell you, no act of faith goes unnoticed. Every action matters. Every word spoken with confidence becomes a weapon against doubt and fear. Writing 777 is not superstition. It is a sign of your agreement. It is the prophetic key that unlocks what has already been prepared. So do not let this moment slip by. Do not miss the chance to seal what has already been given to you. Have you prayed, waited, and cried? Now is the time to respond, not as someone who keeps asking, but as someone who confirms they have already received it. It is the difference between waiting and managing, between begging and inheriting. You are an heir, and your prophetic action shows you have accepted the inheritance I have given you. Others may not understand when they see this, but I, who see the heart, will know your act of faith. The heavens will recognize your spiritual signature, and the blessings will continue flowing to you. What you declare with conviction, I confirm with power. What you seal with faith, I honor with manifestation. Now, my child, do as I ask of you. Write 7,777, the prophetic number of fullness, and activate what I have already released on your behalf. This is not just a phrase. It is a declaration that you believe. It is a testimony that you are in alignment with my plan. When you write, you will feel a new peace inside, a renewed conviction, a quiet certainty that something has shifted. This is the sign that your action has been received. I will not leave you without an answer. The deposit has already been activated. Heaven is already open, and my angels are already moving. Now is the time for your participation, the moment when your faith will no longer stay inside you, but will become visible as a testimony. This is the way for what I have already released to continue coming into your life. Stand tall and declare with courage. Heaven is waiting for your signature. The deposit is already yours. The time has come, and your faith is the key that opens the door. Beloved child, open your spiritual ears now, for I want you to understand what has already moved in the heavens for you. From the moment you began to cry out, I had already assigned angels to work in your life. This is not a symbol or a metaphor. It is a spiritual reality. My angels are ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation, and you are one of those heirs. They are already working, bringing what has been held back from you and opening doors that once seemed impossible. Some angels are going ahead of you, clearing obstacles you cannot see. They are removing barriers, exposing hidden traps, and frustrating the plans that would try to slow you down. While you rest, they are working. While you pray, they are moving. While you wait, they are preparing. Do not fear the enemies that rise up against you, for you are not walking alone. My heavenly army is with you, and where my hosts arrive, no opposing force can stand. There are also angels assigned to touch the hearts of people. Those who once overlooked you will suddenly be moved to favor you. People who make decisions, leaders, authorities, acquaintances, and even strangers will be led by forces they do not understand, but that come from the command I issued in heaven. It will not be human persuasion. It will be a divine touch. The heart of the king is in my hands, and I direct it as I choose. So, do not be surprised if someone who has never noticed you suddenly comes forward. It is the result of an angel's touch in response to your faithfulness. Other angels are bringing resources, ideas, and opportunities. They are sowing seeds of inspiration in your spirit, providing strategies at unexpected times, and offering solutions when everything seems unclear. These ideas will not just come from your own mind, they will be breaths of heaven. Every detail will show you that it was not a coincidence, but divine intervention. You will see how doors that were once shut open without any effort on your part. Not because you found the keys yourself, but because I sent messengers with the right key. Listen carefully. Nothing that seemed like a delay was ever forgotten. Every delay that caused you worry was actually a process. What you thought of as a delay, I saw as preparation. And now, because your heart has matured, I am releasing angelic action to bring everything that was held back into your hands. It was never lost. It was never taken from you. It was just waiting for the right moment, and that moment has now arrived. And signs will start to appear all around you. Small changes in your routine, unexpected invitations, surprising news, and encounters that seem like chance will be the first hints of what's unfolding. All these little details are messages from heaven showing you that the movement has already started. Do not overlook these important signs, for they confirm the great work that is unfolding around you. Learn to see beyond what's in front of you and recognize that the angels are already working on your behalf. No human force can stop what I have already set in motion.